Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. It's Tia at B5 Designs, and I just wanted to share a little crafty project that I made for my mom with you. Um, excuse me. I made one of these lace covered, if I can get it, don't look at my mess, canvas bags. Let's see. And, excuse my hand. All it is one of the canvas bags that I picked up at Michael's. I made a couple of these. Well, I made one for myself. My problem with mine is at the moment, a lot of the stuff that I need to carry to and from work is, um, it's just not quite big enough. So, um, and then I made two for my little great nieces, but I used burlap bags, and they are kind of lined on the inside, and they love them. They carry them all the time, and so they put their school books, library books, and stuff in them. So I got this for my mom, and I'm gonna fill it with like adult coloring books and crossword puzzles and word searches. Um, it's her 80th birthday today, so we're having a big celebration. And all I did was, I love vintage lace. So I had a bunch of vintage lace, and I just cut it in strips, and I did use hot glue on it. There's only like maybe 4 different kinds on this one. And I know you can still see the black there, but I'm fine with that. And then when I got towards the bottom, I used this this is so pretty, super pretty lace here. And then this type of lace, and then some eyelet. And then it's just really like, I just had small strips of things that I put in here, and then I had bigger pieces. I had a lot of this, so I thought I'd just use that up. And then I didn't have very much of this, and I initially thought that I would cover the back also, but I decided I didn't want to do that. And it hangs over a little bit, but I'd rather, I tried to make it to the shape of the bag rather than to the hems of the bag. And then this flower here is just a tulle flower that I made, and you just really just wrap it around your hand for however big you want it, and then tie it in the middle, and then cut the edges off, and then just fray it however you want it. And I learned that off of a YouTube video, and I can't remember who it was. It's somebody that I don't think is on anymore. And then I just took this big button that I had and put it in the middle, and then I had a bunch of seam bindings, and I would have liked to have done a little bit more seam binding, but I was on the one hand kind of lazy and didn't feel like going and looking, because I know I have some more like this lace, but I thought this was really pretty. And then I used some different, I don't know what you call this stuff, but I thought it just added a cute touch to it. And then there's a purple in here too, somewhere, I think, unless it came out. Oh, yeah, there's purple in here. And I just tied it in the middle and then glued it on, so it didn't really intermix the way I wanted it to, but I think it's still cute. I'm really pleased with it. So that was that. And then a while back, Michael's had a it's that craft thing that they have a collaboration with, and if you spent $25, you got your name in a drawing, and then you got a free gift. Well, what it was a canvas bag, like pencil pouch or whatever. And so I just did the same thing. I just covered it with lace. This one's super, super lacy. It could even be used like as a clutch, if you went on a fancy schmancy dinner. And this has some of the same lace, some different laces that I had. And I didn't do a flower on it. This time I did a charm dangle, and it has number 1 mom on it. I had a number 1 grandma, but it broke. the what do you call it? The thing that you can hook it with. But her favorite color is purple, so I have purple heart, butterfly, the number one mom. I have this like little lace doily, which is adorable. I have a bling up cross, and then just a pretty purple bead. And then I have, I thought that was really pretty flower. And then just these two like random purple things, beads. And so I was really happy with that, how it turned out. I made her a purse dangle with just beads, and she loved it. And so I thought this would be cool. And then I filled this already. I had bought some colored pencils and never used them. And since then I've bought some Prisma. So I filled it with these Artist Loft colored pencils from Michaels. And so she could sit, sorry guys, so she could sit and do her coloring. And that's really good for, you know, the crossword puzzles, and that are really good for the mind and the coloring, you know. I mean, she's 80 and they do some stuff, but they don't do a whole lot. And it just gives her another outlet. She reads a lot, and, you know, just some relaxation. So I thought this would be fun and lacy, and I get to use my vintage lace. So yeah, that's what I made for my mom for Mother's Day, and I hope she likes it. I think she will. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I hope everybody has a fabulous Mother's Day. My husband and I went out to Olive Garden yesterday afternoon, and it was fabulous. And we just spent the day together. We went to a flea market, and I picked up a few things, and he picked up a few things, and then we retired. So we came home, and I just spent the rest of the day with my family, my boys. And then today we'll be with my mom because it's Mother's Day and her 80th birthday. So my whole family, my brother and most of his family, and my sister and most of her family, and then me and all of my boys will be there, as well as, you know, great-grandchildren and grandchildren for them, not me. But anyway, so everybody have a happy Mother's Day, and I hope everybody has a fantastic week. Thanks for stopping by.